So we did get a few. Are we gonna restart now?
No, it's fine. It's just a black dot.
This is going well.
I made it worse. So how are we starting? Great. Okay, sounds good. Hi.
Hi.
We are the people behind Walker Wiki, and we are doing a Q&A video. Where am I looking? Where's the camera? We're doing a Q&A video.
We decided to try something new just because we want to be more involved in the fandom and get the input from people following us as to what they expect out of the account or maybe what they want to know about us. We thought it could be fun. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. So first, we just wanted to show off the pops a little bit. So if you haven't noticed, we have a giveaway pinned to the top of our Twitter. To see the details of how to get these pops, just visit there. And this is the first one. This is our little Cordell. He's very cute. Super cute. Got a little cowboy hat. Double belt. He's super cute. How many times can I say that? And then this is our Mickey, which was actually an added... We didn't announce that we were going to give away Mickey, and then we decided to do it. So this is the Mickey to go with Cordell. She got her little hair up in the back. She's holding a little gun. Got her little earrings. Anyways.
Even though she's like a little Funko Pop toy, somehow the person who made these still managed to capture the expression of, you know, being so done with Walker's shit. I just love it.
And then, so these were made by Bring the Mayhem. All of her information is...
We'll just link it below.
We'll link it below, yes. I guess we'll get started on some of the questions that people asked.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen all of these questions, so I don't really know what's happening, but we'll have a good time, I'm sure.
So this is multiple questions from one person.
At
Dragonard Hill. Hi.
Hi.
Is running the Walker Wiki time consuming? How many people help? So we'll answer that one first. Yes. Yes, it is.
It is.
That's all I got.
It's mostly just the two of us. We do everything on the Twitter and everything on walkerwiki.com, as well as the interviews and anything that we're working on behind the scenes for giveaways or anything like that. That's all the two of us. And then we have a lovely extra help just with Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Milana, I believe that's how you pronounce her name.
Yes.
She's wonderful.
We love her, so we'll give her a little shout out here. Go follow her. She's great. And the reason we sought her out to help with the Instagram is because the wiki is a 24/7 project. We always have it open. We're always looking things up. It doesn't stop. It only stops when we sleep, and we don't get a lot of that.
What's your favorite part of your work hosting the Walker Wiki? My favorite part is... This makes me sound like such a nerd, but my favorite part is just doing research, because I love research. I love just spending hours kind of losing myself on the internet and finding new things to talk about and post about. Yeah, like if you see something that's like a really deep cut, chances are it was something I found just by chance because I was doing a lot of research. And that's just fun for me.
For me, I don't know, all of it. Before we decided to do the wiki, we weren't doing a lot. The pandemic had started to make me go a little crazy. I'm very extroverted. I like being out. I like doing things.
I don't.
Sitting at home, I start to go stir crazy, and that was pre-pandemic. So I really needed something to just channel my energy into. So I guess my favorite part is just having something to direct my passion, to direct my attention, to keep me kind of constantly on the go and busy. That's probably my favorite part.
Mm-hmm. I love the cast interviews. Thank you. Are you planning to do more?
So this is something that we've kind of been asked a few times along the way. And the interviews, while there is a little bit of a process and work to get them, we have a blanket open invitation for any cast members to ever come on the wiki and do an interview. It's all pending timing, it's pending availability, there's a lot of things that go into booking an interview. So are we planning more? Not necessarily. We're always trying to get an interview booked. It's just it's all comes down to whether or not anybody is available and has the time especially during filming when a lot of them are very busy.
Yeah. Favorite episodes so far and why? I don't know if I have a favorite. I like too many of them. Like this whole season, every episode that passes, it gets better and better and better. And I mean, shoot. What would be my favorite? Maybe Duke, only because it was really cool seeing Jared kind of stretch his acting abilities, because he's fantastic always. Seeing him going undercover and stuff, I think he's fantastic. So, yeah.
I'm gonna plead the fifth. I don't have a favorite episode, but I have favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Trickier. Anything that has Trey, Cordell, and Mickey in a scene, I think they steal the show every time. They're fantastic together. Every time we get a little bit of a crumb of the three of them, I'm all in. But in terms of a favorite episode, it's really hard to say. It depends on... I have different favorite episodes depending on what we're talking about. So the last episode that aired, I think, was Jared's best episode so far. I think just that opening scene, seeing Jen... Yeah, I'm sure we're going to talk about that episode a little bit later on, but I think every episode has a reason for it to be the favorite episode.
Yeah, I should have said that. Do you have a favorite season 1 storyline?
The Mickey and her mom.
That's what I was going to say.
That has just... It's not so much because it was such a surprise that they kind of took that in a direction that I didn't see coming, but I think it really hits you in a different way than the rest of the show kind of is. So, the solving Emily's murder case is exciting and thrilling and fun and maybe sometimes sad. And then, Duke undercover work, like that's very fun, and we get to see things kind of in a different light from the other side. But Mickey and her mom, like that it's very personal and real, and I'm sure to some people relatable.
Yeah.
That's got to be my favorite so far.
Yeah, I was actually legit gonna say that. I think Lindsay knocked it out of the park when she found out about her mom, and the performance that she gave was really truthful and beautiful. I hope that we get to see more of that, because it was kind of like one episode and then pushed to the sidelines a little bit. Like it was mentioned, but I do hope that they further with that. I think they're going to, though, obviously.
So I'd like to see more of her.
Yeah, Mercedes.
Yeah,
she seemed interesting.
She seems interesting. I'm sure there's going to be more to it that we haven't seen yet, and it seems very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It's from TheaterGirl7299. That's our Instagram account runner. So
yeah, if I can actually open it. It says...
Okay, I can see. What made you decide to create the Walker Wiki? Well, so a little bit on a whim. I was walking to work, and kind of to what I said before, the pandemic was starting to make me go stir crazy, and I needed something to do, and this was the day after the first episode aired. And I saw something come up on my feed from Super Wiki, and I was like, is there a Walker Wiki? So I kind of looked, and I didn't see anything. Since then, we have discovered that there are a couple other wiki pages devoted to Walker, but...
yeah, the one I remember it's for the entirety of the Walker Texas Ranger, like mythos.
But
like it's the original series as well as the new series, and ours is just the new series.
I went to walkerwiki.com, and there was nothing there. So I took that link, and I sent it to her, and I said, ? And that's kind of how it was born. It was a little bit on a whim. We hadn't discussed it. It wasn't something that we sort of planned. We just kind of decided to do it. and it's been a lot of fun. Definitely a lot more work than we were expecting, but fun for sure.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add to that. That's what made us decide.
From there, everything kind of evolved between the two of us. We're always kind of bouncing ideas off of each other, and she brings a lot of the research and facts, and she finds things that I don't understand how she finds. So a lot of the times that you see these cast interviews that don't get posted anywhere else until she posts them, that's her. And then I kind of bring a lot of the creativity with the giveaways and kind of just fun little weird things I'll bring in. And then we both kind of keep the information pumping as well.
Yeah. She's the idea person. I'm the technical person.
So Super Dan 0106, do you think Jerry is actually innocent? No. Well,
No.
I don't know.
No.
I think it, the way that everything happened in last episode just seemed a little bit too
clean.
Here's a problem, here's a solution, it's fine.
It was wrapped up too quickly.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be more to it, and then I actually think that kiss at the end made me think there's got to be more to this. This doesn't make any sense.
In the beginning of the episode, the most recent episode, it showed Jerry the night of the murder, and she had like a coat on and it was covered in blood, and she was trying to like wipe it all off. And I haven't seen a lot of people kind of talking about that, and I'm just like, why was there blood on her jacket if all she did was kind of close Emily's eyes, you know? So yeah, and the fact that she took off her jacket before she went into the medical examiner's office, it makes me think she's trying to hide something. I don't know. And
then just with this,
I love her. I think she's a fantastic character.
Yes, we love her. We think she's great,
you
but
know, it's sus.
I also think that the way that they, so it was Carlos. Oh no, wait, it's not Carlos. So maybe Jerry has something to do with it, but no, she doesn't, because now somebody else confesses. I think for the intricacies of the twists and some of the things that they've been putting into the show, it doesn't make sense that this is just okay.
Yeah, and there's still half a season left, so they gotta go somewhere.
Because this was supposed to span out for the course of the season. We know that the season got 5 extra episodes added on, so I don't know how that affected things, and this is all speculation, but I'm thinking that there's still more coming that we don't know, and there's going to be more twists and turns.
Mm-hmm. From W is my initial. What was your reaction about Cordell kissing Geraldine?
We have... So we did do a reaction video. We asked you guys to do reaction videos, and we did one as well. So while I'm not going to... I don't want us to say what it was, because you can see that in the other video, but I will say that both of us reacted exactly the same at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say we are pro-ship, whatever you want. We're not anti any ship at all, because this show is just, it's a very positive fandom, and we love it so much. I just personally I'm not into it. I think it was, I mentioned to you that it reminded me of in Civil War when Steve kisses Sharon. Mm-hmm. Sharon. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I love Sharon. I love Emily Van Camp because she's Canadian. And I love Steve Rogers. I just think it was like ill-timed. And I think in regards to Cordell and Jerry, it's kind of the same thing, because they're both kind of running on such high emotions in this episode that it made me wonder what their reasoning behind the kiss was. Was it just because they were really emotional? Was it adrenaline? Were they like drunk? Like, I just don't think it's going to be like an end game situation. And I think
it was a rash move.
I personally don't super love it, but I think they're great. And anyone who ships them together and is happy, good for you. I'm happy for you.
And just a further note on the we're pro ship, it's a show. It's fictional characters. We've both seen in a lot of other fandoms people taking ships extremely seriously. I think we all know which fandoms we're talking about there. It's a show. It's fiction. These characters are made up. Ship whatever you want. We will back you. We will support you. You ride that wave.
As long as you're not harassing anyone.
Yeah, just as long as you're not, again, taking it too seriously, running to the actors, running to the show, threatening. It's all made up.
Yeah.
It's all made up.
That's
doesn't
like
matter.
a whole other video, just talking about fandom toxicity.
Maybe we'll do, if you want us to do fandom toxicity and shipping drama video, let us know.
I'm okay with not doing that.
Yeah.
I just want to focus on the positives.
Yes, which Walker has been a blessing of a fandom.
Also, for anyone wondering, my main ship for Jerry is with Mickey, and I don't know anyone who disagrees. Because that scene in the bar when Mickey came in and had her hair down, and Mickey and Jerry, man, that's where it's at. Yeah,
I ship Mickey with everybody. I think she's got chemistry with a wet paper bag. So
true. AdoringSam.wp says, "What drew you into Walker? Not just Jared, but did anything grab your attention?"
She's the ride or die Jared girl in the house, so I'll let her take this first.
Yeah, I'm like hardcore Jared fan. So that is what drew me into Walker. I don't know if I would have watched the series if he wasn't involved or if he wasn't the main character. If it was someone else playing him, maybe if it was Jensen, I'd watch it because I know that originally that's what he wanted. But nobody else. I don't know. It's a shame because the show is so good and I would have been missing out if I hadn't watched it. But Jared is what originally got me interested. Now that I've watched it, though, all the entire cast is fantastic. I love them all. I think they're all great. And I do know that if I hadn't have given it that chance, I would have been really missing out. So, because I never watched the original. I don't like Chuck Norris. Sorry.
I wouldn't even say I was necessarily drawn to it. We both agreed that we were going to watch it for Jared.
And then it ended up being good, and we're like,
but
okay.
I will say this. The minute that I saw the first trailer for the show, I was extremely excited for it because it's right up my alley. I like kind of procedural shows. I like cop show. I'm sorry. I'm not a cop apologist. I like those shows. As soon as I think I would have watched the show regardless after seeing a trailer for it. But prior to the trailer, I was just going to watch it because I knew she was going to. We were running out of shows. That's
nothing to watch in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I had known, because in an earlier interview that Jared did, he talked about how the show is going to kind of tackle a lot of things that they didn't tackle in the original, like toxic masculinity, and it wasn't going to be what you would expect from a cop show. It was going to be more of a family drama. If someone had said that to me and Jared wasn't the star, I would have given it a chance because I like the idea of kind of challenging those notions, and the fact that he said that it would have made Trumpers mad or something, I'm just like, yeah, I'll give that a shot. So I like the fact that it's not like a lot of other cop shows out there because it's more of a family drama. Same person, who are your favorite side characters so far? Why are they your favorite?
Side characters?
Yeah, so not Walker or Mickey because they're the main characters. I have to go Trey. It's either Trey or Liam. I like them both so much. They're both fantastic. The actors are fantastic. And especially in that recent episode with Liam, like, destroying the trellis. like, with his beard and his flannel. I'm just like, no. Yeah, I just think they're all great, but I don't know. It's hard to pick. I like everybody on the show.
Yeah, I mean, we both like everybody on the show, but I'm going to go Trey, too, for the reasons that I said earlier. I'm a trickier fan through and through.
Yeah, in regards to that ship, I also do very hardcore ship them as a throuple, the trickier throuple, but I know it's not going to happen. I just think it's fantastic, and they're all great.
Admins, make a 3-hour video telling Walker that he can't be with Jerry, and I will watch every minute of it. We're not going to do that, but we don't disagree.
From
do you like...
Ale Multi-Fandom, do you
I-
like the couple of Cordell and Mickey? I do, but I don't know. I don't ship Mickey and Cordell alone. As we've mentioned, I ship them as a throuple with Trey. And that's only because I love Mickey and Trey so much together that if they broke up for whatever reason and then she went with Cordell, I would be really sad. So you gotta have a throuple. You gotta have all three of them in there.
I do ship it. I'm sorry. I ship it.
I don't care. That's fine.
I know that, going into it, I was really happy that they weren't going to get together because I think it's been overdone, as a lot of people have kind of talked about. I think it's...
With, like, partners falling in love in every cop show.
It's really, really nice that they're taking it a different way and doing something different.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Do you want me to restart the answer?
No, that's okay. Keep going.
Like, I love Mickey and Trey. I also love the trio. I just can't help it. Jared and Lindsay have insane chemistry, and every time they have a scene together, I'm like, I wish that they weren't so good together, so I didn't ship this, because I don't want them to get together, but I do, because they're making me want it. But again, I think Mickey, every time she has a scene with anybody, I'm like, I ship it. It doesn't matter. I ship her with Jerry, I ship her with Trey, I ship her with Cordell, whoever she ends up with.
I ship her with Emily, even though they've never met.
I ship it.
I ship it.
I do. Do I want them to get together? I would say I hope it doesn't happen to keep that, it's different and it's not kind of going the same route as every other show. But if it were to happen, I wouldn't be disappointed.
From Mostly Jen, what was your favorite part about Walker, and what did you think about last night's episode?
Well, I think we kind of already talked about our favorite parts about Walker. In terms of what did we think about it was amazing. Last night's... Well, it's not last night anymore. It's 2 nights ago.
Yeah, the episode that most recently aired.
Yes, it was amazing. Every episode gets better and better and more kind of rich. And I think people went into this one thinking that there were going to be these insane twists because of some things that the cast members said. I wasn't personally disappointed that there wasn't these kind of crazy twists that people were maybe expecting.
Yeah.
It went a different way. The kiss we were thrown off by the kiss. We didn't see it happening. At least definitely not in this episode where it was a lot about Emily and her killer. I don't know. I think it answered some questions and gave us some more questions, which is always good about an episode, because then it gives you a reason to kind of ride out the hiatus and want to see what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
I very much enjoyed seeing Walker and Kobe Bell's character. I'm very
Captain
bad
James.
at names. I'm the worst with names. Never ask me to remember a name.
Captain James.
Yes, they were fantastic together.
I can't wait for May 6th. I want more.
Kind of answered that already.
Yeah.
You better start talking about the...
But we love you, Kill Cully fan.
Yes, Kill Cully fan. You're amazing. You know that the emotions were riding high when you can go to my dead wife and now her best friend. It was a little bit...
Well, it's also
strange.
his best friend.
Yes, but... You can tell that their heads maybe weren't the clearest. Any chance of virtual Q&A panel with the cast for fans in our future? So that would be determined by the show. I don't think that there's any way that we would ever be able to do that. Not only is that expensive, but getting multiple cast members available at the same time... typically the only way that happens is if it's set up by the actual show for promotional purposes, usually. But yeah, so through us, no. Otherwise, hopefully.
Yeah.
I would imagine they'll take part in San Diego Comic-Con and...
Yeah, we saw that they're not going to be at the upfronts this year. The CW is not going to be at the upfronts. Maybe they'll do something else. I don't know. There's ATX Festival, Paleyfest, how do you pronounce it? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options for them to do a Q&A, and I hope that they do, even if it's just virtual, because of COVID and everything.
I'm sure that with how popular the show is, that stuff will come. It is still also a very, very young show, and usually that stuff comes after a couple seasons, so we'll see. But
maybe over the summer, because they'll be on hiatus, so that'd be cool.
What kind of official Walker merchandise is on the market may not be released at some point. Hint, hint. 2022 charity pinup calendar.
Yeah.
We would love that. We have no idea.
I'm very pro pinup calendar.
We're just a fan account run by two fans, so we know essentially what you guys know. I know that there was some promotional
Yeah, they had
bandanas,
promotional bandanas and T-shirts, and those were just given out to people to promote the show.
and you can't get them now. Again, like most brand new shows don't get merchandise. That usually comes a little bit down the road, so after maybe season 2. But if it maintains popularity, I'm sure that they'll come out with stuff. Shooting and airing schedule. Is there any information about when they are planning to wrap up filming and start again for season 2?
And when the season finale is supposed to air. Okay, so I've already kind of half answered this on Twitter. If they continue on with the way they're going and don't have any more hiatuses, they would realistically, the season finale would air in July, the beginning of July. We hope that happens. We hope that there's no more hiatuses because they've been very torturous. But shooting and airing schedule. Is there any information about when they're planning to wrap up filming for this season? No, but based on my calculations, it will be sometime this summer.
Love the interviews that you've been doing. Would love to see more with cast members, but potentially also with local extras, crew members, writers, and directors. We have kind of talked about reaching out to crew. Again, it kind of falls to availability, and we also want to make sure that it's going to be worthwhile, not just for us, but for them as well. So we want to make sure that the content is going to be good and that the questions will be good. It's definitely something that we'll look into.
Mm-hmm. I think that's about it.
So that's all the questions. This was fun.
Oh my god, this video is like 30 minutes long.
if anybody actually watches this whole video all the way through until the end, we applaud you and let us know so that we can, I don't know, follow you or something, because that's some dedication. I don't know how fun or exciting this was. If you want us to do this again, let us know. Or if you want to see us do anything else, like we have no shame. We'll do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We can be your monkeys.
No.
No. Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Keep watching Walker.
Yes.